Hey, what's going on, everyone? I want to just go through my watch list. Most of them are mining stocks. Um, One thing I haven't researched yet is the coal mining. Let's see where that's at. But anywho's, went through my watch list, cleaned out a lot of crap, and just came up with a few that I wanted to put on a watch list, hoping that we get a churn in the GDXJ section of the market. Maybe a good bounce next week in gold. Um, on this one, doesn't carry a lot of volume, but you can see the five. Just to mention, I got the 5-day, I got an 8-day, I got a monthly, I got a 5-hour chart and an hour chart. Well, this one's actually a 55-minute chart, just to play on Fibonacci numbers, but 60-minute chart would do just fine. It's just me. You can see the churn on the short-term charts. You can see the volume come in at the last minute. You can see the hammers that were put in, and I just want to mention this because it's bouncing. Also, the OBV is above zero. It is bouncing off the 34 and the 8, making hammers on the 8-day and the 5-day. So something to watch, something to churn this for the last week into a nice splitting hammer off the monthly chart for a November close. So something to watch. Wanted to mention some of the bigger mining stocks, see where we're headed. This is Barrick Gold. This would be found in your GDX group, the bigger ones. We do have a positive OBV, has not churned down across. You can see the stair step on the 8-hour or the 8-day chart. You can see the churn, the higher low on the 60, and the bouncing action off the support, and then also the monthly chart off the support. So something's got to give. Nice stair step into support. That's a bullish consolidation. AG, something to mention. Looking for a bottom. It hasn't come down off that bearish flag that everyone else did. I'm assuming that that was the bearish flag moment for AG. They've taken this back from, let's just call it 20, all the way back to 7.5. So more than enough retracement off the bullish move. We need to get above 50%, which is approximately, I think, right around there. And then we can work on basing this bottom. You can see the higher lows coming in. Nice gapping action on the upside and then selling in. Gapping action on the upside, selling in. We've got a falling star here, but catching off the support. And so far on a monthly, we're looking at a double bottom action. So we'll see what happens. We got a, let's see exactly how many days we have left. We got a full week, minus Thursday and Friday, short week, plus Tuesday, Wednesday to close out the November. So we'll see what happens. CDE, well, you can see the flag coming in. I don't think that maybe this one's not done yet. It hasn't come back in all the way like the other ones have. It has put in its stair-stepping action, one stair step after another. OBV on CDE is lagging on a weekly chart. And it just feels like this one's going to take another step down, as that bearish flag has not fully came all the way down into support yet. So something to watch. Some things are bouncing, some things are not done coming down. CLF still performing well. Huge OBV. You can see the OBV cross into support and then the run. And now the cross down into below our was it 20 EMA. So back across, and then now it's jumping across on the upside. So far we're putting in a higher low or a lower high. But look for a flat top break, 850. It may need to close the gap, but pretty explosive off that move there. OBV's coming back across. Short term, you can see. So I like CLF for a move. Plus, it hasn't crossed the 34 yet. So this one is going to be exciting after a flat top break. In and around 850. But as far as previous high breaks go, it is above previous month's high. Going to close above previous month's high. The only thing holding it back is that flat top break, and it looks pretty volatile right here. Looks like it can just whip right through it, and I think it will. We've got a low volume dealie here. Just want to mention its price action. Cross the 34 on the 5-day, climbing, basing, breaking, coming back into support. You can see that very clearly on the 8-day. Flat top break coming back into the support. That's your best buy. This does not have a lot of volume, but you can see the long-term flat top break on this. Pretty smooth, pretty easy deasy. Can't miss it. Let's see here. DNN had a push last week. You can see the encompassing, you can see the hammer and the push off the bottom back into previous lows, knocking out this reversal candle, still moving into previous lows. It's about ready to break above. If it can, move off of this hammer and this bullish encompassing daily on the short term. I think we may have found a bottom for DNN, which really hasn't recovered since its first time here at 66 cents. So nice reversal, 2-bar pattern, weekly chart. See what happens. Of course, we'll look at GDX, GDXJ. Looks like support has taken hold on GDX for the time being. It's come all the way back into support on a monthly, and so far for a weekly close, we put in a higher low on the 8-day chart. Not sure if this bearish flag is complete, but so far a higher low. OBV still positive on a long-term chart. You can see that consolidation coming into support. on the OBV. So we'll see what happens. I like the 60-minute chart. You can see that cup and handle. It's trying very hard to make that cup and handle work out. This is an accumulation phase. I don't know if you see that, but coming across and then accumulating. A nice hammer on the 60-minute. Let's see if we can break previous highs, 2120, and looking on a 5-hour chart, looks pretty much like a higher low, double bottom. Let's see if we can get above previous candles and make a run out of this. It's pretty much accumulation right in here. Let's watch a previous high break on the 60-minute chart. GDX, J. Looks like we've got a little trouble on GXJ concerning OBV. It's in way negative territory, below zero. But coming back down into support, coming off of the 1, 2 stair step, 3 stairs into support, consolidating very nicely, even though it has broken down drastically. Need a bounce coming off support. It has could come down all the way to 31, but you can see on the 8-day chart, 31 wouldn't be too far off the mark, but OBV is being smashed, so I don't know how long it's going to take to recover, but we are having some sort of fun coming across on the short-term charts. Still, OBV, terrible. So keep an eye on that. Juniors having a little bit more trouble than GDX. Let's keep moving here. I like this chart on Ivanhoe. Look at that flat top break coming in off of the monthly chart. You can see the consolidation hammer. Previous high break coming back into support, closing below the mark. Something to watch. OBV's having a little bit of trouble, but when you have a consolidation like that, for a long-term consolidation, a pop in the OBV across zero is not going to be a huge deal. $2 stock, they need 5.4 OBV. It's not going to be that big of a deal. Dang it. Pretty nice OBV considering it's at zero, coming off a double bottom, crossing, consolidating. And a nice hammer right off the 8 on the long-term chart. Watch for a flat top break on IVPAF, Ivanhoe. One thing I missed on, I missed GFI. I think this is stretched beyond belief and it's got to turn around. It's one of those things where you stretch the rubber band way too far and it's got to bounce. This is coming off of, it's bouncing off of long-term support line. So there you go. Let's see a bounce on this as it's stretched to its limits. 5-hour chart came up. There's your flag, and then the accumulation. See the U coming in slightly? See any flat top breaks on the upside? See what happens. but I think it's stretched way beyond belief. I missed another one. Let's see. EGI is probably my favorite pick. Look at the OBV. Climb, climb, climb. Huge amounts of buying. We've got this little pattern to deal with. Let's see if I can get this straight. You can see the tightness of the pattern. Back and forth, inside the pattern. Came through, whipsawed, came back through the other side, and whipsawed, double top. Looks like a break, and then a throwback into support. You can see the monthly gyration across the pattern. Look for previous high breaks. This is OBV mixed with volume. This is pretty nice, tightly wound corkscrew inside the pattern. It's got to make a decision. It's already tried to make it twice. It just looks like a pop on the upside. Look for previous high breaks. I got my alert set on this one. So there you go. That's my favorite one I was staring at last night. Here's GSB. Not sure what these guys do or whatever it is that's going on here, but looks like we had a little push the last 5 hours, the last hour. You can see the 5 hour chart, the bounce off, almost making a hammer here, but continuing the momentum, closing on its highs above the previous high. So it looks bullish, looks like a nice sweet V bottom, maybe a push, and then a opposing point. But monthly chart as well. If it continues on this path, it could make a huge glaring hammer, as it already looks that way. Here's lithium, LITH. Hasn't been trading for very long, but breaking previous highs on a monthly chart. Pretty nice push on the short-term flat top break. And as far as the weekly chart goes, one of my most important trading charts is breaking previous highs, higher lows, breaking previous highs, coming off of the 34 cross here. It looks bullish. Not sure where it's going to go. OBV looks awesome. Nice tweak right there. I'll see where this goes. Lithium. A couple. Here's another LTUM. You can see the bullish encompassing. Now this is my second favorite next to EGI. You can see that Morningstar 3-bar pattern on the 5-day. You can see the bullish OBV. Look for a flat top break on this, as a bullish encompassing pattern did a bullish piercing sort of deal. Hammer off the 5 hour. Just a tremendous amount of momentum coming in at the last minutes of the day. Pretty good volume considering. 10-cent stock. But one of my favorites next to EGI for next week. Let's see what's going on. Let me see. This next one has very, very low volume. And I don't even think it's traded very much, if at all, in the past few. You can see how sparsely traded it is on the intraday charts. But anywho's, this has come in on a bullish encompassing pattern. The OBV has been positive for months, and it had a pop, came all the way back into support, and now it's bullish encompassing on a 5-day chart. So I think all it's missing in this U pattern is a little bit of volume. So something to watch. Everyone knows NAK came back down into support one more time and bounced. Let's see how well. Looks like it's putting in the higher highs. So it looks like we're not going to be seeing lower lows. This looks like to be pretty bullish. Long-term chart breaking out. Let's see how well we close into the month. But you can see that OBV. Something to watch. Looks like it's going to push forward. Let's see here. Coming to an end here. Not much to see, but something to see always. TRQ. You can see on the weekly chart that U, that bullish U over the 34. Look for this to swing past previous highs. You got a nice AB bottom. Look for previous high breaks. Nice bullish encompassing, just empowering the previous candles, encompassing a whole range of candles, even above the previous 50% roll on the previous low candle, long red candle. So it looks bullish. Look for previous high breaks on TRQ with Turquoise Hill Resources. Something out of the ordinary. Let's see. I think I missed one. NG. Look at the double bottom on NG. You can see the breakdown. See the run up, bearish retracement, but closing a double bottom for the week. It looks bearish on the 8, but the double bottom across the 34, I think it might have a chance to turn around and do some good here. Got a double bottom on the 5-hour coming across, inverted hammer over this, and then the accumulation starts. So OBV is still above par. This does look like a bearish retracement on a weekly, but all in all, it closed the double bottom. So we'll see if the turnaround is in. And I think the last one, I mentioned it before, which is, oh yeah, this one's one to watch, uranium. You can see the weekly chart, bullish encompassing a whole tremendous amounts of range there. You can see the OBV just violent. Even coming back into support, missed its mark and bounced heavily. Hasn't been trading for very long, but it looks like some kind of a break coming in on the upside. I would just follow that SMA 34. Uranium right there. breaking in the previous lows, hitting previous highs, and backing off. Let's see if we can continue this momentum on URRE, uranium. And the last one, I think I mentioned it before, this WRN, it looks bullish to me. You got the breakdown, the run up, accumulation, that U, and then the previous high break, closing above previous highs. Look for a run up on this one. OBB's been in trouble, but as I stated before, once it crosses and breaks out, you can see OBV just take a thrust. And especially our WRN, Western Copper and Gold, flat top break on a monthly chart just seems pretty obvious. So let's take that spinning top and set a date. All set and done. Let's wait for a run up. That's it, guys. Just thought I'd throw it out there, all the equities that I am watching. If you want to make any additions to my watch list, feel free to put that in the comments. That's pretty much all I found, and it's not all that great, but a few of them. So let's hope for a bounce in gold and silver, and that's all I gotta say.